Flute of the First Rains. Kabir loved his Bansuri, his bamboo flute. He loved how it felt in his hands, smooth and light. He loved the 7 little holes that were waiting for his fingers to dance upon them. Most of all, he loved the sound he wanted to make, a sound like the first soft drops of the monsoon pattering on dry leaves. But when Kabir put the flute to his lips and blew, the sound that came out was not like the rain. In the first 3 seconds, every single time, it was a loud, sharp, and wobbly squeak. It was the sound of a startled mouse, not a gentle cloud. The monsoon music Mela was only a week away, and his squeak was getting louder than his music. "I can't do it, Maushianaya," Kabir said, his voice as wobbly as his flute's squeak. He sat with his flute teacher in the sun-filled music room. The Monsoon Mela poster on the wall seemed to mock him with its cheerful drawing of a singing peacock. "I want to quit the show. My flute doesn't want to sing the rain song. It only wants to squeak." He looked down at the beautiful bamboo instrument in his lap. "It sounds like it's scared, and maybe it is. Maybe I am too." Maushianaya listened patiently. She didn't say, "Don't quit," or "You'll be fine." Instead, a gentle smile touched her lips. She reached into her bag and took out a small, round mirror. "Let's forget the flute for a moment, Kabir," she said softly. "Let's make some magic fog. I want you to take a deep breath and breathe out onto this mirror. Try to make the fog last as long as you can, like a slow, sleepy cloud stretching across the sky." Kabir took a breath and puffed it out onto the mirror. Poof! A small circle of fog appeared and vanished in a second. "That was shorter than my squeak," he mumbled, disappointed. Maushianaya just nodded. "Try again," she whispered. "This time, think of a long, gentle ha sound, like a sigh." Kabir tried again. And again. He imagined his breath was a tiny artist, painting a cloud that didn't want to disappear. Slowly, the patch of fog began to last. 1 second, 2, 3, 4. He was so focused on his magic fog, he completely forgot to be scared. "Excellent," Maushianaya said warmly. "Now, pick up your Bansuri. Don't think about the whole song. Just think about your magic fog. Play only the very first note and make it as long and steady as that sleepy cloud." Kabir lifted the flute. He took a slow, deep breath. He blew. Maushianaya began to count softly. 1, 2, 3. The note came out, clear and true. There was no squeak. It held steady. 4, 5, 6. It was a beautiful, round sound, like a single, perfect raindrop landing in a quiet pond. A huge smile spread across Kabir's face. "See? Your breath knows how to be calm," Maushianaya said. "But music is also like a conversation. It's always easier with a friend." She called over another student, Arav. Arav didn't have a flute or a drum. He had a special instrument, a phone with a tanpura app. With a tap, a soft humming drone filled the room. It was a sound that felt like a hug. "Arav will play his drone on stage with you," she explained. "Your flute can float on top of that sound, like a little leaf on a calm river. You won't be alone." The evening of the Monsoon Music Mela arrived. The school hall was packed. The air buzzed with the whispers of parents and the restless shuffling of feet. When his name was called, Kabir's heart did a little flip. He walked onto the stage with Arav, the bright lights making him blink. The low hum of the air conditioner and the sea of faces in the dark felt overwhelming. He lifted the flute to his lips, took a breath, and nothing. His mind was a blank page. He couldn't remember the first note of the rain song. A familiar panic started to bubble in his chest, feeling just like a squeak waiting to happen. His breath became short and quick. He was going to fail in front of everyone. He glanced desperately at Arav, who was sitting calmly beside him. Arav saw the fear in Kabir's eyes and gave him a small, certain nod. In that moment, Kabir remembered the mirror. He didn't have it, but he could picture it. He closed his eyes for just a second and imagined painting a slow, sleepy cloud of fog. Kabir took one long, slow breath, just like the ones he had practiced for the mirror. He opened his eyes, lifted the Bansuri, and blew. A clear, beautiful note soared into the hall, floating perfectly over the steady drone from Arav's tanpura app. It did not squeak, it sang. It sounded exactly like the first, gentle rain of the monsoon. The rest of the melody flowed out of him as if it had been waiting patiently behind that one single breath. The hall grew completely silent, listening to the song of the rain. When the last note faded, the hall was quiet for a heartbeat, and then the applause erupted like a happy downpour. After that day, the school music club started a new tradition. Inspired by Kabir, they began every practice and performance with a first 10 seconds exercise. Everyone would stand together, close their eyes, and take one long, calm, collective breath. Kabir still felt nervous sometimes, but he now knew a secret. Courage wasn't about never being scared. It was about knowing how to find and take that one single steadying breath.